Some challenges that I've faced as a business owner it's been very challenging, very challenging. When I started my business back in 2020, it was when COVID happened. I was laid off for 9 solid months. I had no money. Was really at the bottom end of everything at that point. I drove all the way up to Pennsylvania to do a weld test for a job. I drove all the way up there. I think it was 1,000 some miles I drove. And I got there and I busted my test. At that point, when that happened, I broke down. I went home. I cried. I cried to God. I was asking him why. I don't understand. Why did this happen? I really needed that job. And I just cried and broke down. I always wanted to open a gym. Was my vision, was to open a gym. And I couldn't open the gym because I didn't have insurance. That was one of my problems. I couldn't get insurance for the gym because I didn't have a certificate for being a personal trainer. So I kept saying, after this job, I'm going to start my gym. After this job, I'm going to start. After this job. And it seemed like that job never came, but I did go get certified. I went and got certified so I could, open a gym. Well, when I busted my test in Pennsylvania, I had nothing left but the personal trainer certificate. So I called Jim Schneider in Great Bend, Kansas at Anytime Fitness, and I said, "Hey Jim, I'm coming to help. I'm bringing a personal trainer into the gym and I'll pay you rent, and I'm coming to help." At that time, it was still COVID, guys. It was August of 2020, okay? It was COVID. And what happened was, it was really hard to be around people at that time. They had like shower curtains in between the cardio machines and things like that. So I was in there paying Jim rent and renting, a portion of the space. And he asked me, "Hey, are you going to train anybody in here, or are you just going to keep paying me rent?" It was just really hard to get clients at the beginning. I was new to the area. Nobody knew me. It was just all a tough time. So I had to take money out of my retirement to make it, so I can make ends meet. And I took $40,000 out of my retirement so I could pay some bills and make it through. And we started slowly getting clients, slowly getting some clients, and things finally got to a point where it was going pretty good. It was going really well. That's when we decided, like, hey, we're going to go move in our own location. We're getting too big. We're kind of taking over Anytime Fitness. We needed something bigger. So I went and got a new location, did all the things, went and got a small business loan, fully invested in that. And I don't even think it was a week in the new gym that we opened, my daughter got type 1 diabetes. And that was really hard. She got type 1 diabetes. We were just in the new facility. We were really trying to ramp things up, get clients in, because the cash flow, like, we just made that big move. We have to get the cash flow going. And she got diabetes, and it put a big challenge on us at that time. I overworked, myself, that when I did all that, totally renovated the building, so we could have a nice place for everybody to go. We ran the founding members campaign during that time, which was really successful. It was a really good idea. But all those renovations that I put in the building are now gone. All that investment that I put into that building are now gone. So it's been a challenge, guys, and these challenges come up. So after the diabetes, and we finally got a hold of that and got all our new hospital bills and, the flight bill. We had a flyer to Wichita and everything like that has put a big challenge on everything. You know, it was a really, really big challenge. These are all things that were unexpected, very, very unexpected in the middle of a big change for us, you know. So that was very challenging. I've cried a lot. I broke down, didn't know what to do. I always turned to God, and somehow we always made it through. We somehow made it through. Well, after that, the roof was leaking the whole damn time. This was all in the first year. This was all in the first year of the building. My daughter got type 1 diabetes. Then the storm hit, and we dealt with the roof leaking and leaking and leaking. It wouldn't stop leaking. They wouldn't ever fix it right either. And it was just a big problem. The landlords were very, very hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with people. They wouldn't want to come fix it. Then when they finally did want to come fix it, they couldn't fix it. And I think that was God, you know, stepping in for what they put me through. And I finally got out of that building, but that was a challenge, guys. Like, that was so hard. And that's why I grew that beard out. When I grew that beard, I had that big, long beard. That was a really hard challenge when we moved to this new location and did all that right in the middle. And cash flow was tough, guys. It was very tough. We lost a lot of money. We lost a lot of clients. We lost our renovations. The insurance never did really pay us what we were, you know, what we lost. So it's been a challenge. And we've done a lot of growing since then, and we're rebuilding everything, but it's like playing a video game. I was on like level 5, you know, and then like the guy comes down and kills you on level 5. You got to start all the way back down at level 1. And that happened to us when we went to this new location. We lost a lot of clients because of everything that was going on and the transition and moving to different locations. And people were like, are these guys even going to be in business? Like, what's going on? That doesn't happen to a lot of people, guys, but it happened to me. And I went through all these challenges and these hard times. I'm still here, still working, man, still plugging away. But that's some things that people may not know that happens inside businesses, you know, when you don't know what's actually going on inside. Like the challenges that business owners face and go through and have to deal with and find solutions to those problems. So yeah, that's been a challenge. I know a lot of people, this probably would have broke them, and it did break me. When we moved locations, it broke me down. It rebuilt a new person, fully broke me down. Surrendered to God again. I cried. I asked why. I don't understand. Am I supposed to be doing this? Is this for me? What's going on? You know, why is this happening to me? And you know, people go through these challenges for a reason. And you know, I'm still learning on that with God to see why I was going through so much, you know, and so much of these hard things so fast. I still don't understand sometimes why it's like that, you know, but that's life, and life's hard, and business is hard, business is challenging. So it's what you can do with it, and how you can come up with the solutions to make things happen the way they need to happen, and how to take control when everything is out of control. Kind of like your health. When your health is out of control and your life's out of control and your life is a mess, you have to find a way out of that. You have to do something different. And that's just what it takes, guys. It's what it takes.